Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Quarterback making checks. They'll ride the hot hand, finding open areas. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Back to throw, it's Torres. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on second down. The run from the shotgun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the Red Raiders line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Coming out aggressively. And he's got it inside the 25. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Used to play fake, now to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Red Raider. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This quarterback, part of their running game. Breaks into the open. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Boston. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. Get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss and then go get extra yards.
Still running at the 40. All out of space. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Quick strike through the air for the score. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he tacks on the extra point. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give on the option. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Torres. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Red Raiders now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Under fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Rides the back and leaves it. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Pulls and throws out the RPO. Smashes through the tackle. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes...
And that ball is intercepted at the goal line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
So now it's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Kearney. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on 3rd down. This is a design run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. Snagged in the middle, it's Carrion. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Carrion. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The Sooners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Connection to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. He's going for the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooners! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Florida has the lead right now, but those Gator Chomps haven't come easy. They're in a tight one right now in Gainesville. They're up by 7 over South Carolina. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Sticky. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Stone. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Dropping back, it's Torres. Here comes the heat. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Using his legs, it's Sticky. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Looking to fire. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Keeps it and gets the first down. Turning it on. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you get a big game.
Now on 1st and goal, a score here, and that mountain is huge if you want to make a comeback. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And right down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Only 5 seconds remaining to play in the second quarter. Let's see if they take a knee and head to the locker room. From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first down. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They'll start this third quarter with a run. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
And run the football, you're ahead, you can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He'll pull it down. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
To throw, it's Hawkins. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this defense has had enough. They've been burned by this guy one too many times already in this game, and they've been trying to make the adjustments on the sideline and in the locker room, and finally they're able to get to him. And they did it because all 11 guys were on the same page. It wasn't just one guy trying to be a hero and get out of his gap. Everybody did their job, and they got him down for a big loss on that side.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator, because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
He tries to take the top off, and he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you updated on a fascinating battle going down in the Pac-12. Louisville is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Lamar Jackson should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Oregon State. If anything else happens in this one in the Pac-12 or anywhere else, we'll make sure you know about it. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to throw, it's Torres. Here's a heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. Touchdown Sooners! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Stone. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Red Raiders moving quickly to the line.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Sends it back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Torres. Finds his man, it's Stone. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. A famous writer once said most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures.
Football 7! Football 7!
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Sooners with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Bringing the heat. Quarterback moving. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
You know, when quarterbacks get strung along towards the sidelines and they're getting chased, they really don't want to square up their shoulders a lot of times on the run and throw the football. So really good job chasing, making him run out of bounds, and taking the loss on the play.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, deep down the right side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. On the ground, it's Dickey. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Red Raiders are in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down,
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. The give is to Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. He unleashes a long one. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this score.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
And the Sooners can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Oh, better look out. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
The Sooners are on the move.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the shotgun, the inside give. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking for a man. It's Hawkins. The screen, he can go! And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
Base 27 jump! Base 27 jump!
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Boston. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Nice execution by the offense on 3rd down, understanding what they had to do to get the 1st down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
That will put the wrap on.